As Election Day approaches, Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris is positioning herself as the underdog in the race. During a recent event at a United Auto Workers Union hall near the General Motors plant in Lansing, she assured auto workers that she would protect the facility from potential closure. Harris highlighted the significance of the GM plant, which is less than 2 miles away and employs a unionized workforce in Cadillac sedan production. She took the opportunity to criticize Republican candidate Donald Trump, stating that he is no friend of labor. On the same day, Harris visited 3 locations in Michigan, addressing pressing issues, including the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict during her stop in Waterford Township. Despite a recent poll showing Harris leading Trump 47%-44% among likely voters in Michigan, she is campaigning with the mindset of an underdog, acknowledging the tight competition in key battleground states. "This is going to be a tight race until the very end," she declared, maintaining that her campaign would emerge victorious. At one rally, when supporters chanted "Lock him up," Harris responded, "The courts will handle it," referencing the charges Trump faces related to falsified business records. While Harris was making her rounds in Michigan, Trump was also campaigning, visiting various locations, including a GOP office in Hamtramck, and making speeches in Detroit. Harris addressed comments made by GOP vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance, who dismissed a $500 million federal grant for converting the GM facility into an electric vehicle assembly plant as table scraps. "Let me be clear, I will always have your back," she stated, emphasizing the importance of preserving jobs in Lansing. Harris warned that the future of the plant could be jeopardized if Trump and Vance win the upcoming election, as they have not committed to supporting the Biden administration's grant for the facility. She criticized Trump's economic record, promising that, if elected, she would work to ease the path for workers to unionize and negotiate for better pay and working conditions. In Grand Rapids, Harris recounted Trump's past comments suggesting that automakers should relocate out of Michigan to cut labor costs. She assured her audience that she would not let Trump's empty promises deceive them again. Trump previously downplayed the significance of the UAW's strike against major automakers, which ultimately resulted in a 26% pay increase for union members over 4 years. The Trump campaign dismissed Harris's claims, arguing she risks thousands of auto jobs by not clarifying her stance on banning internal combustion engine vehicles. Meanwhile, Harris expressed her commitment to supporting the auto industry, asserting that both gas-powered and electric vehicles should coexist. During her visit, Harris also spoke on international matters, emphasizing the need for a ceasefire in the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas, while reaffirming her support for Israel. She acknowledged the pain and suffering resulting from the conflict, calling for diplomatic efforts to resolve the crisis. As part of her campaign push, Harris is planning more events in Michigan, including visits to Detroit, where early voting will begin. Notably, former President Barack Obama is set to join her campaign efforts, encouraging voters to participate in early voting. With just 18 days until Election Day, the urgency to mobilize supporters and encourage participation in the democratic process is palpable, as both campaigns gear up for what promises to be a closely contested race.